Um, I just felt against Houston on Wednesday, we was too stretched. Chapman's a very good defender by the way of knowing where to be on the pitch, and watching their game against Sky Blue, they was allowing space behind, they was allowing space in between the units, and then watching Chicago play against them and being a little bit more compact and sitting off, and that's something that Rory doesn't do. And it was just interesting watching, both them games, and I felt our game plan worked today, and obviously the players have put in another good shift, and we've now got an opportunity just to get a bit of rest and recovery into some of the girls to obviously go again next week against Sky Blue.
Just talk about that class move of putting Amanda in the empty kick for a final play.
Yeah, listen, I didn't make that decision. The players done it themselves, and I guess it was a bit like the Maddie Evans situation. It was a fitting end for Amanda because obviously I know her better than anyone. I had her for 2 years at Liverpool, and she was an outstanding player for me there. Her role was slightly different this year coming into here. We always knew we'd get to this point before the end of the season, something that I was aware of. But what Amanda is, she's a great person. She's a good mentor for people like Morgan and Rose, the younger players, because she's been abroad, she's played in the European Championship, and I'm really pleased for her that she's managed to do that at the end of her career. And whatever she does, she's going to be very good at it, and she's such a lovely person, and she's going to be successful at whatever she does.
You had to have known that you would be losing her before the end of the season because of the way applications to grad school work out.
Yep.
But so, do you have anything in mind for how you're going to compensate for her loss, especially now that you're dealing with some extra injuries?
Well, we're looking at trying to bring players in. If it happens, great. If it doesn't, then we have to work with what we've got. We've got Tiffany Wyman that can play in midfield. Rose Lavelle, touchwood, will be back at least for the bench next week. Worst case, she'll be fit for the running. So we've got plenty of players that can do that, and Brooke Elby's only a couple of weeks away now, and fingers crossed, Kristen will be back sooner rather than later as well. So we're not going to panic. We're not going to just bring someone in for the sake of it. It's got to be a long-term decision rather than a short-term decision. We can carry a squad of 18. That's not a problem.
Okay.
Just comment on Alex Morgan.
Yep.
He seems like the hottest player in the league right now.
I don't know, I think the hottest player's here. No, but look, she's obviously scoring goals, and that's something we identified with the way that they play, especially the front four. You've got Alex stretching in behind, and Marta likes to drop in, and then you've got the two wide players either play on the shoulder or go in between. So that was another reason to go to the three, so we could be centrally dominant and force them wide. And I think we've done that for most part of the game. When we went to the four, when we was trying to chase the game, we become a little bit more open. But so she's obviously scored 2 today and won them the game.
You just got 5 games to go, Matt. What do you do with these last 5 games?
Listen, we still want to finish the season positively. Like I say, from my perspective, we knew the first 10 games that the hand that we was dealt by the way of the teams that we were playing. As I said, we played Portland twice, North Carolina 3 times, Chicago, I believe twice. So we had teams that were in the playoffs 8 out of the 10 in them games. So from that perspective, we wanted to make sure that we could stay in and around, the mid-table level, and we was there at that point. And then, unfortunately for us, as we've got into the period where we feel we should have picked up more points than what we have, we've lost players like Rose Lavelle, we've lost players like Kristen Westphal, that have had a good season for us. So from that side of things, it's frustrating. But the young players that we've got and that we drafted have had good experience this year. So we'll be in a good position sort of going forward. Cool.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Matt.